Linus Tech Tips coverage of CES 2015 is brought to you by Phantom Glass. Visit store.phantom.glass for the best darn screen protectors out there, as well as HyperX.
So in the most unlikely series of events ever, I ended up at the Oculus booth at CES 2015. I definitely didn't plan to be here at all. We're checking out their Crescent Bay prototype, which is actually kind of fantastic. We're out of the crystally cove and we're into the bay. Now, before I get into the awesome experience of this prototype, I'm going to talk about the hardware a little bit. Unfortunately, they wouldn't talk to me about any screen improvements, but they said it is a better screen, although they did say it is 90 hertz now instead of 75. And they wouldn't talk to me about the very specifics of the headphones, but I can tell you the visual experience is quite good. I don't think it's 100% ready yet necessarily, as when you get close to things you can definitely see the resolution issues, but the screen door seriously bad effect that we had on DK1 is basically solved as of this point. Now the headphones are spatial audio headphones, and they're going to be releasing their spatial audio SDK for DK2 users fairly soon so that people can start programming audio where you drop an audio effect somewhere in a room and you can hear specifically where it is. Cool, cool, cool. So if you're crouching below it, you can tell you're below it, etc. But these headphones will be removable on the consumer version, the CV1, and there won't be a development kit version of the Crescent Bay prototype, so you don't have to worry about them not being removable on this one. The removable headphones will be no big deal. You can strap on pretty much whatever you want. The tracking on Crescent Bay has gotten a massive improvement, and this is where I saw DK2 lacking the most, so I'm very happy that they focused on it. They probably realized that themselves. Not only have they added a ton of IR LEDs, including some around the rim so that you could see the IR LEDs from the back, but also on the back of your head in a triangle shape, so that if you turn completely around, it is able to tell what you're doing. It can tell if you have your head tilted, it can track you even if you turn around. That was a huge issue with DK2 because once you got slightly out of the box, it would disconnect, and once you got a little bit too low, it would disconnect. But not only is there more tracking IR LEDs, but the framing on the camera is much wider, vertically and horizontally, so it'll be able to pick you up if you move out of frame even more, and it was very noticeable and a huge improvement overall. Now for the experience. We weren't allowed to capture footage of the screen, so I can't show you exactly what was happening, but they had some demos specifically tuned for Crescent Bay, and it was pretty freaking fantastic. I got Brandon to try it out too because it was just way too cool. They had stuff like a dinosaur that would come down and basically eat you, and they had some crazy FPS battle scenes where you constantly feel like something's going to hit you in the face, and both Brandon and I physically dodged the bullet that came for us because while presence in DK1 and DK2 were quite strong, being able to properly stand up and move around in the environment is insane. Obviously, this setup doesn't have full body tracking, so I wasn't able to lift my hands up and actually move my hands around, but once that comes around, gonna be ridiculous because of how much of an improvement the presence was on this device. Alright guys, I'm super stoked that I finally got to check out the Oculus booth. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the whole CV1 Crescent Bay experience in the comments down below. Thank you to Phantom Glass for sending us here this year and protecting our phones. We have a pretty cool video coming with them soon that I got to do a little bit of at this booth. Stay tuned for more. Also, thank you to HyperX for helping us out as well, youtube.com/HyperX. You can check out their YouTube channel. They got about 100,000 subscribers there, and they release some pretty cool gaming content. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.